Community Forum is sponsored by the Easton Grange 196 and a friend of Yardley Wood Rink and the Easton Lions Club.
There's a storm across the valley. The clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. The whining of his wheels just makes it colder.
Welcome to Community Forum. I'm Priscilla Almquest Olsen, your host, and today is March 19th, 2024. Imagine that. And today we're going to meet a candidate for the Easton Select Board. And I think that it's the first time that he's appeared on ECAT, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. So welcome, Muzammil Nazir. And Muzammil likes to be called Muzzy, so but remember, if you're going to vote for him, it's Muzammil Nazir, Nazir.
Thank you.
Okay, but Muzzy, tell us, how long have you been living in Easton?
First, thank you for having me. I really appreciate for taking your time out. And I moved in Easton around 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
8 years ago, yes. Mm-hmm. And we really, me, my family, my wife, 2 daughters, we loved it. We have some family friends over here in Easton. And the reason why we moved over here because the roads and the school and everything is so nice, so neat and clean. We loved it.
I know you do. Okay, and you have 2 daughters. Both are pre-meds, so it seems like they might be forming their own firm in the future, their own practice. One's at
one is in Simmons College.
Okay.
She's finishing this May, and she's finishing a year early. It's supposed to be 4 years, but she's finishing in 3 years.
Very smart.
And the second one, the youngest one, she's going to Brandeis, and she is that's her second year. So
yeah, and both Brandeis and Simmons are wonderful schools.
Thank you.
And now you came from Pakistan. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
Lahore?
Oh yeah, that's true. Lahore is my home, where I born. Yes.
Yeah. And what brought you to the United States?
I came around 25 years ago as a student.
As a student? And what were you studying?
I came as a law student.
Oh.
And when I came, I had an I-20 from Harvard Law School. But something happened in my family. My father had an accident. And when I got the admission and when I got the approval and visa, after that, my father had an accident. My mother passed away in that accident. Oh. And I actually delayed 1 year. And I didn't have funds to finish my law degree, so I switched from law to MBA. And I did my MBA from University of New Haven.
From where?
From University of New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh, okay. You got your MBA from New Haven.
New Haven. And then
Harvard's loss, but New Haven's gain.
That's true. But I did my second master's from Harvard Extension School.
Oh, great.
In IR, International Relations. But the journey was not easy. For me, when I came to US, I had $500 in my pocket.
Wow.
And I was working, I did a lot of job. I did every day. I was, sleeping for 3-4 hours, going to school, doing my homework, going to college, end of the day. And at night, I was working full time. So the whole night. And I still remember, I tell my daughters, both of them, that, usually, we throw expiry food, and I was taking home to eat that food. So I was not throwing that food. So I know the value of the money and the time and how you spend your life. So it was not easy journey for me, but thanks God I did it. And then 9/11 happened. I got laid off. I got fired because they promised me they're going to hire me as H1, but didn't happen. And then I applied for a second master, which I got. I got into the program, and then I started my second master. In the meantime, I got married in Boston, and I'm staying over here, living in a happy life in Massachusetts.
Well, your wife really had faith in you since she married you when you were not in such great financial shape.
That's very true. Not everybody pick up this point, but you picked up. The thing is, my wife is an educator also. We both believe, me and my wife, education is the most important thing, especially nowadays. My wife is she's just finishing PhD from Northeastern in education. She's teaching. She's a professor. She's teaching in Dean's College,
Which college?
Dean's College in Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
In Franklin. She told me she wants to come with me today, but she's in the college today. So I said it's 3:00. So but she graduated from BU also, post graduation she did from BU University. So it's me, my wife, we always studying. We always believe in a better life, better education. That's my daughter 3 years ago, she asked me, I want to move to New York for her undergrad. And I said, your Baba came millions of miles from Pakistan, from Lahore to Boston for education. And you want to go from here to New York? That's not going to happen. So we have an excellent, beautiful schools, wonderful people over here. So you should stay over here. And she listened to me. She somehow got the full scholarship also, so she stayed over here.
Yeah, but now since the time when you were struggling and getting all of your degrees, since that time you've become a very successful businessman. And tell me how that happened and what your business is.
The business I started around 8 years ago. I used to work for Avis and Budget Group.
Okay.
And I worked
car rental place.
I worked for them, and I have this actually South Shore territory. So I was the manager of the South Shore. And then my boss, her name was Debbie Morano. What happened was when she resigned, she asked me, why should we come and start our, I can help you. You can start your own company. I believe in you. I have seen you. You're a hardworking guy. You have some ideas. I said, I have an idea to start a green car, which is the concept of the green car is an environmental friendly, less carbon footprint. And what we do is we have 50% of cars are hybrid, and we don't print any papers in our office. We have a concierge company also to help people because we have some contracts. And what we do is, if whatever we use in our car is everything recycled.
Okay, so you do not use any strong chemicals. You have nature-friendly, environmentally friendly products.
We are very rare. We don't use much. No, we don't use a lot of chemicals. Yes.
So therefore, when someone rents a car, they're not exposed to harmful chemicals, especially people who are sensitive and prone to allergies.
That's true. We have an issue I learned when I was working for Avis. Some people, they don't like the different smell. So like sometime I have seen when they clean the car at Avis, they were putting the smell which I am also allergic to smell. Like some specific smell. So we don't use anything especially inside the car. We clean the car especially with the water and with the towel, but wherever we need to clean with the special cleaning, we have some very special products which we clean it. And we advertise also those products that we have these products.
So what's the name of the website that people could go to learn more?
We have www.gogreencar.us.
So gogreencar.us. That's the website.
Yes, that's our website.
Okay.
And we have 3 locations. One is in Norwood, and we also we have customers in Boston downtown. One we have in New York, and one in New Jersey.
Okay, so you're located in different states.
Yes, before COVID, we were in DC also, and we were in Ohio too. But after COVID, we downsized our office and also the employees too. Yes, so we start picking up again because we had an issue to get new cars, but we didn't get new cars.
Oh, of course.
So my rates are little to tell you the truth. My rates are little higher than Avis and Budget, but people have this conscious. They know what the environmental friendly car. They want the hybrid cars. They want to do their part to help the environment.
Yes, and then also they want to be in a car where they're not going to get sick.
That's true.
So tell me, how has all of this, your education and your business savvy and all, how does, you're bringing a lot to the table for the select board. Tell me what some of those things that you feel you can contribute.
The first thing is, I'm not sure if you remember, 3 years ago, I ran for the state rep from Easton and Taunton. So when I'm a people person. That's what I would say.
I know.
I would love to go and meet people, talk to them, and listen to them, and to tell my story also. They always appreciate my story. So I like to meet people. So this is maybe in my blood. My father is also a politician in my country, in Pakistan. But not anymore. And then what happened was, I have seen my father meeting with the dignitaries and ambassadors and ministers. So I liked what he was doing for the people of my country. So when I came over here, I had no intention, to tell you the truth, I'm going to run for the office. When I ran for the state rep 3 years ago, people really appreciate me. I was talking to the people, and people, I know I lost the election, but somehow that election left impact on me, that it was, people, I think if I can help people.
Yes, and I think you said it before, you listen to people, and that is what most voters want. They want to be heard and they want to be listened to. Because one person cannot have all the great ideas in the world, but certainly a whole community can.
What I learned is when I start talking to people said, first thing, nobody listened to us. One of my Eastern residents, she told me, Mazi, whenever I go somewhere, the guy is just talking, and after maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, there's a question and answer, and then it's finished. But somebody has to listen our issues also.
And then also, if you listen, you have to then act on those.
Exactly, that's true. Like when I was this time last month, when I was getting my nomination ready, asking people to sign my nomination, I met a couple of people, and it was wonderful. To tell you the truth, it was wonderful. One lady was telling me that she has some health issues, and she was telling me her story that she's supposed to get 50 insulin injection, but after 30 injection, she couldn't get
the other 20.
The other 20.
Yes, she couldn't afford it.
The insurance. That doctor prescribed, okay, you have to get 50 insulin injection. So after 30, she said, when I went for injection, they refused to give me the injection. So I called my doctor, and the doctor said, you know what, let me see what I can do for you. Somehow he arranged 10 more from somewhere, I don't know what he did. But she was in the pain because of her health. And I was feeling that I don't know what I can do for her, but I should be her voice. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
One of the lady I met, and she said I had a septic tank. She lives in Easton. So the town asked her to replace it. So I don't know what is, there is some limit, 30 years of, I forgot, I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, I didn't have $20,000 with me. I'm the only person who lives, in my house. But town forced me to do it, and she did it. So what I'm saying is,
But the town has provided a 20-year payout, a loan at very low, I think 3%. So it's the town has tried to do as much as they can.
they can. No, I
Yeah.
understand. So this is the one side story. I'm not sure about the others, but people have concern. Like one of another constituent, he said, we don't have a green, we don't have any compost for the green waste. I mean, like if their fridge is something happened to their fridge or TV or something, there's no place to go and drop it off.
Mhm.
So, like for the other town, like Mansfield, there is one, and then I googled it and I found, yes, there is one. So
We used to have, years ago, we had one too.
we have one too. Okay, so the guy, that's what the guy asked me. Okay, there is no, and we should have one in Easton.
Yes, and then there's a lot of towns on the Cape which have a place to go where they recycle everything, and then people leave some of their items they don't want anymore for people just to pick up too. Of course, in Easton we have the Lions thrift store where you can leave your good but unwanted items. But so tell me, what do you think, Muzzy, are the needs in Easton at the moment? What do you want to work on?
To tell you the truth, when I was thinking to run for the office, I learned all roads are new. Our school is new. We have one college, one vocation, and one aim. So schools are good, and then the other thing was we have whatever we need we have in our town. And then I was keep asking myself, what I can do to help my town. So my background, my first degree is in finance, and I have done budgeting and forecasting for my aviation budget, and I have done budgeting and forecasting for MetLife also. I used to work for MetLife in New York, and I have done budgeting and forecasting and for the nonprofit organization. So I was thinking maybe I can bring my expertise, like a green car where I work, and also like my finance background to help the Eastern town of
Right.
Easton.
So the Eastern budget, so that maybe you're looking to keep our taxes down, keep our taxes low.
Priscilla, when I started my campaign, the biggest issue in the town is the taxes. Obviously, I think our big chunk town gets from the residential tax, which is around $70 million. I think.
Yes, and now though they have the board saw a need to reduce that tax rate about a penny, I think, or no, about 10 cents. I think it is 10 cents a thousand. And because the commercial part is starting to increase. And so eventually, when there's 20% commercial in town, the commercial people will get the same, they will get a higher tax rate than we. Currently, they get the same tax rate that residential gets. So places like Mansfield or Foxborough, especially, that has the Gillette Stadium, there are two different tax rates there, one for the residents and one for the commercial business. And because they have such a thriving commercial district, taxpayers the people in Foxborough see the benefit of that in their taxes. So one of the things that the select board is doing is to attract um, businesses and businesses that don't have children. And because, then your school budget has to go up to accommodate them. So, a perfect place would be a company like yours, Green Car. That would be one. Another one would be an insurance corporate office, for example. And you can go on and on. And we do have sections in town that have been zoned now for business. And we're just hoping that we can get businesses in. And I'm sure you could help in that regard.
I definitely, I believe small business support to advocate to these businesses, so we can grow our town as well as but I was telling you, when I was reaching people, the biggest issue was the tax for the residential tax, and they asked me, okay, they asked me, okay, if you elect or if you don't elect, so what you will do for the regarding the tax?
Well, okay, so the answer should be the select board doesn't have any control over
Control.
that.
I understand. Yes. So
And you have a school committee, you have a
finance
superintendent.
yes, exactly. So it depends. What are the what are coming in and what's going out.
Mhm.
So like I was looking at the budget. We did so far, except 2022, except when there was COVID.
Mhm.
Other than that, we are doing very good, and the town is
Yeah.
doing
Yes.
phenomenal job regarding the
Yes.
budget and balancing the budget.
Yes, yeah. So, what besides taxes, what do you think are some of the other needs now as we go forth in this 21st century? What would you like to work on? Let's put it that way.
First of all, I am not inside the system. I am outside the system, which I can hear the voices from left and right. But if I get a chance, definitely I'm the person. I'm the person. I'm an honest person. Self pride is no recommendation, but I would say I want to. If I say anything to people, I will work on it. I'll definitely work on it.
And you will follow through with people's concerns.
I will definitely, because that's why they are giving me the vote. This is the first thing. And second thing is, it does not mean if I want to work in a finance committee, to tell you the truth. I like finance. I like numbers. People from my background, they are good in numbers. So I am good in numbers. So I want to work in
you could be the liaison on the board for the finance committee.
It depends. Yes, if if they think that I am capable of that, definitely. First of all, Priscilla, I would say I'm a team player. I know people in Eastern Board. They are my friends. I really respect them. I have a lot of respect. They are doing very good job. I go to the meeting and I listen to people. I hear them what they're doing it. So I'm just learning, to tell you the truth. I am not here to tell them what I'm gonna take. When the race, when you Bhutan, you take it and you run. So that's I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take from wherever they leave, wherever they give it to me. I want to work with them, and I will tell my expertise. I will tell them my views or my plans, and if and I want to work. If they like it, we'll go. We will work together. Yes.
Well, and there are every select board member is appointed to one of the committees or commissions and agencies of the town.
That's true.
And I know that they pay heed to the qualities and skill sets of individual members so that they're paired properly with the right committee. And I sense from you that one of the reasons that you're running is to give back to the community. You were an immigrant, you came here, you worked hard, you got your education, and you've been very successful and professionally and financially, and you want to give back to the community. Isn't that right?
That's very true. This is in a nutshell, if you say, I want to do something for my community. People ask me, Mazi, you born in Pakistan, Lahore, but it's almost, I am 53. When I came to US, I was 25. So my half of my life, I'm spending in US, in most of the time in Massachusetts. And a lot of people ask me, would you like to, because I have business in New York, would you consider to move to New York? I said, never ever. I will never move to New York. This is my hometown. I love the people, my wife, my kids. We have friends. We have family over here. I don't have any family, only one brother. My father, everybody's in Pakistan. So my sister is also in Pakistan. I'm basically, my family, I feel that my family is there, but now I feel I have this family.
Right. You're an Easternite.
I every day meet, not my brothers and sister, I meet every day my neighbors and my co-workers and my subordinates and all.
Well, I think it's wonderful that there are very few people who are successful in business and are going over all kinds of budget sheets and all this stuff. Their minds are concentrated, focused on their business only, and yet. And they're focused basically inward instead of outward, and I think it's great that you, who must, you're the head of your business, and the buck stops with you, and you're the big manager, and yet you're telling Easton all of that. I have time, and I want to give back to the community, and I think that's so admirable. My father was chairman of the board of selectmen here in East End during all the 1950s and early 60s, and he was somebody who always said, I'm a public servant. That means I serve the public, and so he was a great listener. And when there was an issue that had to be decided, he wouldn't just talk among the board members and get their opinions. He would go out and advertise for people to come and tell me everything, and then he would get professionals who knew about this issue. And then he said, I laden the table with all of this information, all of these opinions, and then we evaluate it, and then we make the decision. But the decision is always in the best interests of the town, not in special interests, not in my interests. And that man was Harley Almquest, my dad. And so when I ran for the New York State Assembly, when I lived in New York in the Hudson Valley, he came, and he was very funny because he was a Republican.
Okay.
And so was my mom, and I was a Democrat. And my dad would say, she's for the people. Don't forget that she's a Demi. She's going to fight for you, and regardless of what your political affiliation is. And I have a funny feeling that you're the same way. Now I'm getting the signal. We have to wrap this up. So tell people why they should elect you in final words.
The final words, I want to work with you people. I want to help the community, and I want to work with the small businesses to increase the small business, to bring, if I can do, definitely I will do it. Also, if I can do, because my wife is an educator, and if we can help in the school committee, definitely we will help in that regards also. So I am totally open. I want to listen people. I want to help people, and it's this is a beautiful town. I love this town.
And you want to keep it that way.
And I have, yes, that's true. And I want to keep it. And I'm hoping that I'll make a big, at least some difference, so people can remember Mazi came and he did something good for the town. I have a lot of friends in Sharon, actually. I go to Sharon. I have a lot of friends. My most of friends in Sharon. And when I talk to them, they always say, Mazi, you need a lot, you have a lot of guts to do it. So, And I always tell them to do it, but they don't do it. But I decided I will do it, and
Well,
here I am.
And you're going to put yourself out there. And so, East End residents, hope you've enjoyed listening to Muzammil Nazir. And if you're so inclined, give him a vote. The election is April
20th.
20th?
Yes.
Okay, April 20th.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday. And so do your civic duty, be there. And until next time, thank you so much, Muzammil,
Thank you for
being my
having
guest
me.
today. And to you at home, until next time, be well.
Community Forum is sponsored by the Easton Grange 196 and a friend of Yardley Wood Rink and the Easton Lions Club.